Vancouver versus Toronto. And I'm not talking about hockey. We're chatting real estate here, and I'm going to compare these two very sought-after cities. Join me as I compare the most livable city in North America with the largest city in Canada. And at the end, I'm going to share some stories of clients who I've helped move in either direction. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about real estate and living in Vancouver, subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications to be the first to hear what's going on in the current market. My name is Meaghan Becker, local realtor. Myself and my team get calls every day from people looking to make moves in this incredible city. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, text, or email, and I'm excited to tour you around the best city in Canada. Now let's compare Toronto and Vancouver. So these are two main hubs when it comes to Canada, and you're looking at job opportunities, the economy, and all this stuff. So I wanted to dive into what is living in each of the cities like. There's no right or wrong answer. There's only a right choice for you. So we're going to dive into cost of living, real estate investing, the economy, the lifestyle, the climate, and I'm going to share some stories of clients so that you can get a better understanding of how to make the decision which city is right for you to live in. So first is cost of living. We're going to talk about rent here because I have a separate category for real estate. So rent in Vancouver right now for a 1-bedroom, we're looking at about $2,650 a month, and for a 3-bed, we're looking at about $4,545. Contrast that to Toronto, it's slightly cheaper. For a 1-bed, we're looking at $2,526 a month. And then for a 3-bed, we're looking at $4,428. Utilities here, so we're looking at about a 900 square foot space. And for utilities, we're talking about heating, cooling, electricity, and garbage. In Vancouver, we're looking at about $150 a month. In Toronto, we're looking at a range of $160 to $210 a month. And then let's factor in internet. In Vancouver, we're about $85, and in Toronto, we're at about $70 a month. Now, groceries, this can really vary, but on average for a single person in Vancouver, you're looking at about $375. In Toronto, we're looking at a little bit more around that $400 mark, but it can really depend on the person. Transportation, fuel in Vancouver, we're sitting at about $1.09 a liter. In Toronto, we're sitting a little bit less at $1.04 per liter. Public transportation for a monthly pass in Vancouver, we're looking at $105, whereas in Toronto, we're looking at about $156 a month. So all in all, when it comes to cost of living, we're looking at roughly the same, give or take. Rent is slightly more inexpensive in Toronto. Fuel is a little bit more inexpensive. Groceries are slightly more expensive. And it really depends on your lifestyle and what's most important to you and how you want to run your budget there. But comparatively, each city are going to be fairly similar. Now let's dive into real estate. So at the time of this recording, which is the fall of 2024, benchmark sale price for single family properties in Vancouver, we're looking at $2,048,400. That same single family property in Toronto, we're looking at $1,644,900. For townhomes in Vancouver, we're looking at $1,019,300. Those same townhomes in Toronto, we're looking at $871,700. For apartment style condos in Vancouver, we're looking at $768,200. Those same apartment style condos in Toronto, we're looking at $693,400. What does it look like for real estate investing? Both markets are fairly similar. Vancouver is a strong market with long-term appreciation. That's one of the things that Vancouver is known for, is its appreciation. Vancouver is really popular for investors looking to buy rental properties because the rental market is so high here and there's such a demand. Toronto is also a very hot market for investors, especially the condo market in downtown Toronto. The higher population density leads way to a higher demand for rentals. Though taxes and regulations, Vancouver and Toronto, they're fairly similar. What is the economy like? In Vancouver, we have a diverse economy driven by technology, film, tourism, finance, and real estate. There's a growing hub for startups with ample job opportunities in the tech and creative space. Toronto is Canada's financial capital, with a strong presence of banking, finance, and corporate sectors. And it also has a growing tech and creative sectors along with media and healthcare jobs. What about the lifestyle? Vancouver is really known for its outdoor active adventure lifestyle. There's tons of access to skiing, hiking, biking, water sports, mountain sports, winter, summer. There's a huge focus on health and wellness and just generally being active. and it's a little bit more laid back nature to Toronto. Whereas the lifestyle in Toronto, it is a lot more fast paced. You've got this urban lifestyle, vibrant arts and dining scene, a lot of cultural diversity with many events and festivals all year round. Higher density, busier city life. What about the climate? Vancouver's climate is really mild, with wet winters, dry summers, but temperatures in the winter rarely dropping below freezing, usually hovering between 5 to 10 degrees, and there is a lot of rain in the winter. Summers are, I say this all the time, there is nothing like a Vancouver summer. They are typically warm and dry, temperatures ranging from about 20 to 25 degrees. Toronto, on the other hand, has 4 distinct seasons: hot, humid summers and cold, snowy winters. Toronto has more extreme temperatures. You've got the humidity from the Great Lakes, so the cold is even more cold. It's a wet cold and like chills you to the bone type of cold. It's different from the dry cold that I'm used to in Alberta. But temperatures in the winter can range down from about -5 to over 30 degrees in the summer. So really, let's sum it up. What is Vancouver known for? It's the mountain and the oceans, the natural beauty, people craving that outdoor lifestyle, being in the heart of nature, being able to walk everywhere, hike with friends, and it really is that global hub for the film and tech industries. Whereas Toronto, it's Canada's largest city and Canada's financial hub, famous for multiculturalism, vibrant arts and theater scene, and iconic landmarks like the CN Tower and the Royal Ontario Museum. If you're enjoying this video, I would so appreciate it if you would like and hit that subscribe button. It tells YouTube that you're valuing the content and encourages me to keep making more. And I'm curious, have you lived in Toronto? If you have, I would love for you to put your perspective on the pros and the cons of living in Toronto versus Vancouver. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of this, how do you choose where to live? Well, I say this every single time I sit down with a new client, is your real estate should be a reflection of your lifestyle. It should be a reflection of your financial goals and your lifestyle. So let's figure that out and then work backwards. We'll find an area that works for you. So I wanted to share a few examples of clients that I've helped move in either direction. So this first couple, they're moving from Toronto. They actually own a duplex there just outside of downtown Toronto, and they're wanting to move to Vancouver. They just had a child and they want that slower pace, more outdoor lifestyle. They want to be able to raise their daughter close to the mountains and the ocean. That's something that they never had growing up. They were out here traveling. They fell in love with the ocean, the mountains, and just that outdoor lifestyle at your fingertips. I have other clients that just sold their condo here in Vancouver and have moved out to Toronto because family is there. And although they are going to miss the lifestyle of Vancouver, the fact of being closer to family, just based on their personal circumstances, made more sense for them. And because both of them work remote jobs, they were able to make whatever city work there. And the closeness to family outweighed their desire to be close to the mountains and the ocean. And there's still a lot of opportunity for them to do somewhat of those activities out in Toronto. The next couple actually own a condo in Toronto, and they chose to keep it because it is downtown, and like I mentioned, it is in very hot demand, and so they have tenants in that, but they moved out to Vancouver and are going to be purchasing here right away, and they came for a job opportunity. One is in construction and the other partner is an architect, and they were able to find a lot better jobs out here in Vancouver that were paying well, that were with a company that they were excited to work with. And then the last client, who is originally from Toronto, he started a business and actually moved out here, and he just loves the outdoor lifestyle and has a business that relates to that, and figured that this was the best place to put his business roots down because it correlates to his lifestyle and therefore his business. So I hope you got value from this video. Again, if you did, I would so appreciate it if you hit that like button and please subscribe. If you have any other cities that you're debating on, curious about me doing a side-by-side comparison, I'd love for you to put that into the comments and I'll add that to my list of next videos to do. And again, my name is Meaghan Becker, local realtor. I love helping people make moves in the Vancouver real estate market. So if you're curious at all, please reach out. All my info is in the description box below. And until next time, I'm showing a client a new condo right in the heart of Yaletown that just hit the market with incredible views of Falls Creek that I'm gonna go take them on a tour of.